Hello adventurers! Have you already chosen which class you will play in Diablo 4? We know this decision can be difficult, but we're here to help. In the world of role-playing games, choosing the right class can make all the difference when it comes to battle. Each class has its own unique abilities, talents, and combat styles, which is why it's important to get to know each one well before making your choice. Therefore, today we are going to present the main classes of the game and their characteristics, so that you can decide which one is the best for your style of play. Diablo 4 will have different gameplay from its predecessors. Gameplay includes exploring an open but dark world, fighting monsters, and exploring dangerous dungeons in search of treasure. And that's not all. The game will have a multiplayer game mode where you can play with friends and fight against other players online. Furthermore, the game also features an open world system where players will be able to freely explore the world of Sanctuary. And speaking of exploring, Diablo 4 also introduces a new character progression system where you can choose skills and talents that fit your playstyle. And the customization options don't stop there. The game also offers a wide variety of items and equipment, which allows players to fully customize their characters. So, get your weapons and spells ready, because the adventure is just beginning. Diablo 4 will launch with 5 classes: the Barbarian, Druid, Necromancer, Rogue, and Sorcerers. Some classes will have class-specific quests. Players can have up to 10 characters per Battle.net account. The Barbarian. Barbarians have unrivaled strength and carry a weapon for every occasion. They use frightening war cries that send away oncoming hordes. A brutal, physical warrior, the Barbarian roams around the battlefield constantly, dishing heavy damage and wielding an array of powerful weapons with ease. With the arsenal system, Barbarians can swap between different types of weapons, such as from a heavy two-handed mace to a pair of sharp, agile hand axes, depending on the situation, skill, and your player needs. The arsenal can be composed out of 2 two-handed and 2 one-handed weapons, with affixes applying from all 4 at once, but only 1 or 2 at a time used to resolve attacks. Barbarians will be able to haul around 4 total weapons and swap between them dynamically at any time. You'll also be able to assign specific weapons to different skills, allowing advanced players even greater depths of customization. Several skills specifically require the equipped weapon to be bludgeoning, such as maces, or slashing, such as swords. Some skills may require dual wielding or two-handed weapons. Using such a skill immediately swaps the arsenal to the best fitting weapons. Barbarian may bestow immunity to crowd control upon themselves or others, as well as other useful bonuses, via shouts, working similarly to D2 and D3 skills of the same name. Most Barbarian skills will only deal physical damage, but the Barbarian has 2 distinct specializations, either at red or orange skills. Warlord, red, skills and talents generally aim for defense, party bonuses, tactical damage, bleeding and opportunity strikes, as well as crowd control, while Berserker, orange, skills go for reckless offense, maximum damage output, self-buffs, and speed. As a Barbarian, each point of strength increases the damage of their skills, while willpower improves fury generation, and dexterity grants critical chance. The Druid. Druids are savage shapeshifters who shapeshift to fight alongside beasts. They harness the power of the earth, winds, and storms, using nature's fury to devastating effect. The Druid is a shapeshifter class, and can change forms at will. They also have access to earth and storm magic. Different skills utilize different forms. Storm magic persists on the battlefield, so players able to unleash torrents of lightning, wind, and rain before shifting forms to ravage foes. A unique class mechanic of the Druid is the chance to deal crushing blows with any earth skills, reducing the enemy life by a flat percentage of their total, not current, health, although its effect against bosses and other players is reduced. Another mechanic used in many Druid skills is Vulnerable Debuff, an inversion of Fortified. While vulnerable, the enemy takes 30% additional damage from attacks. Vulnerable lasts until the enemy loses the specified amount of life from any source, not expiring over time and stacking the vulnerable damage, but not the damage bonus, for multiple applications. At Turdora, Druids can find 4 animal spirits here, each of which provides a boon. Players can have 1 boon from each spirit, and 2 from one of them. Eventually, a fifth animal spirit boon is unlocked. The Sorcerer. The sorcerers control the elements to ensure victory. Harnessing the ferocity of nature, they hurl lightning bolts, impale enemies with slivers of ice, and rain down fiery meteors to obliterate any foe. The Sorcerer is described as a high-risk, high-reward style of hero, harnessing potent elemental magic, but being fragile. Their spells are designed around fire, cold, and lightning abilities. Sorcerer has a special mechanic of crackling energy. Some lightning spells, with the right talents, leave behind a ball of energy that can be collected, not unlike Health Glow, restoring some mana, 25 by default. Chill works in a distinct way for Sorcerer. Multiple casts of cold spells on the same target stack the slowdown. Upon reaching 100%, the enemy will be frozen for the remaining duration. Fire spells often place the burning effect on enemies, dealing damage over time and, with the related talents, providing additional effects. As a sorcerer, intelligence increases skill damage, willpower grants critical chance, and dexterity hastens mana recovery. The Rogue. The Rogues are agile warriors who specialize in close range and long-range combat. They are able to defeat any enemy with imbued weapons and powerful combo attacks. Rogues can alternate between ranged weapons, bows or crossbows, and melee weapons, specifically daggers or swords. Just like the Barbarian's arsenal system, they can alternate between these weapon categories, therefore, there is no locking out of skill options by picking a specific weapon choice. A skill's stats will depend on the appropriate weapon stats, i.e. ranged skills will be calculated using ranged weapons. Another pillar of the class is mobility, which can be used for assault, quick repositioning, or to retreat. Rogues combine aspects of the original rogue, the Amazon, assassin, and demon hunter. The rogue has 3 different specializations: combo points, exploit weakness, and shadow realm. Each one is tied to a world rogue group and requires accomplishing a rogue-specific quest to unlock. These 3 groups include the remnants of the Sisterhood of the Sightless Eye, the Mercenaries of Kyrgyzstan, and the Outlaw Smugglers of Hoizar. The Necromancer. Necromancers have 4 high-level playstyles: Bone, Darkness, Blood, and the Army. Among their spells are debuff skills called Curses, with Decrepify and Iron Maiden returning. Scythes are the class-specific items of necromancers, and swords, daggers, wands, focuses, and shields can also be equipped. The necromancer utilizes 2 resources: Essence, a slow regenerating resource that is also gained by using basic skills, and Corpses, which come from fallen enemies or can be generated from certain effects. Bone. A classic direct offense and enemy detaining skills, the new iteration of Bone skills are supplemented by effects such as Critical Strike and benefit from a large essence pool. Darkness. Darkness skills are a new addition to the Necromancer, seemingly a reinterpretation of Poison, Decay, and Curses, consolidated into the Shadow Magic category. Offensively, they either deal damage over time or attack multiple times in a short window. Also, these skills tend to induce debuffs and crowd control effects. Blood. Blood skills are expressed differently from their predecessors, but they retain the ability to heal. These skills benefit from a large life pool and their usage proficiency is dependent on targeting multiple enemies, thus character positioning is critical to maximize these skills' effect. For example, Blood Surge's explosion increases based on the number of enemies from which blood was siphoned. The Army. The Army skills deal with reanimated foes and golems. Skeletal warriors and mages are summoned by the raised skeleton skill, an extra skill on the skill bar, though each require a corpse to be summoned. Book of the Dead. The Book of the Dead is a unique necromancer-specific skill mechanic that allows the player to customize the necromancer's minions, how minions are deployed, which minions the player can have, and how they behave. Hey, guys! Are you enjoying our content? So don't waste time and subscribe to our channel right now to receive all the news about games, entertainment, and much more. We're always bringing you new and fun content, and with your subscription, we know we're on the right track and that you're enjoying what we're doing. Also, with your subscription, you don't miss any of our news and you help us grow more and more. So, don't waste any more time and sign up right now. See you in the next videos.